بیایید کلمات مرتبط با شلوغی کار و صدمه‌های اون رو یاد بگیریم. یه بار کلمات رو با هم ببینیم، بعد اونا رو توی ویدیو دوباره ببینیم و خوب بشنویم.
Hostile. Culture. Glorify. Ironically. Threshold. Implications.
Hustle culture. It's all around us. We live in a generation that glorifies busyness and considers hustle a sign of success. And for understandable reason. We all want to make our mark in this world and have an impact. And we seem to believe that we have to climb the ladder relentlessly to do that. The competition's tough, so we have to be tough on ourselves. Or at least that's what we tend to believe. The truth is that the harder we push, the more prone we become to burning out. This makes us less creative, less productive, and leads to a lack of motivation. Ironically, the pace that we thought would bring us to success and happiness faster may very well be what's slowing us down, or at least distracting us. In this episode, I'll share with you the implications of hustle culture, why it's so dangerous, and then I'll share 3 essential tips to help you avoid burnout. So let's start at the beginning. What is hustle culture? It's been called burnout culture and toxic productivity, and it's this compulsive collective drive as a society to overwork to the point that it becomes a lifestyle habit.
A piker walks at the bell. A piker asks how much vacation time you get in the first year. Vacation time. People come and work at this firm for one reason, to become filthy rich. That's it.
We grind and exert ourselves at maximum capacity day after day and strive to accomplish our goals at lightning speed to keep up with the speed of the digital world that we live in. Things move fast, so we must too if we want to keep up. Not only that, there's also a belief that if you allow time for relaxation and taking breaks, then somehow you're destined for a life of mediocrity. A study by the World Health Organization published in 2021 found that overwork kills over 745,000 people per year. It's one thing for people to work towards their dreams, and another for them to work towards their death. And the thing is, when you've been hustling for so long, it can be really hard to recognize the toll it has on your mind and body, because you've trained yourself to just endure it. Now, it's also worth quickly noting that every one of us experiences stress differently. 2 people could have the same role and the same workload, yet one could be completely fine, while the other experiences chronic stress, which over time could lead to burnout. We all have what's called different cognitive appraisals of stress, whether it triggers the fight or flight mechanism and we see it as threatening, or whether we get a shot of adrenaline and it spurs us to perform. All of our thresholds are different, which is why it's really important to be in tune with your own state and not convince yourself that, well, others are managing, so I just need to keep going. They're all doing fine, so I should be fine. So how can you avoid burnout in this hustle culture that we all live in? Well, there are 3 practices to help reduce your likelihood of experiencing burnout. First, slow down and take time to rest. Hustle culture will tell you to push your body to the limits and then to go beyond what you think you can do, and then will praise you for it. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay to slow down and to catch your breath if you feel like everything's getting too much for you. It's not only okay, it's crucial. Rest. Sleep in if you need to. Not everything has to be a race, and you can do things at your own pace. Taking a break is not laziness, it's self-preservation. If you're still not convinced, you should know that countless studies have demonstrated that resting can boost your productivity. It's a win-win, really. Second, redefine success and reassess your priorities. Everyone wants to be successful, but how this looks varies depending on a person's goals. So what does success truly mean to you? Is getting to the top of the career ladder your top priority? Or would you rather have freedom of time and have an impact in your community? Do you need to take home the big bucks, or does being at home for dinner every night matter more to you? Get clear on your true priorities beyond what others expect of you and beyond social expectation and conditioning. Then, recalibrate your lifestyle to align with those priorities. And third, set boundaries and build better habits. Are you inclined to check your work emails first thing in the morning? It may not seem like a big deal, but this signals a lack of work-life balance. Plus, it can also send your brain into alert mode. It tells your brain to focus on the things that you need to do from the moment you wake up, which then directs your attitude and your mindset for the rest of the day. To manage this, you can cultivate a routine that prioritizes self-care. It doesn't have to be big, and I'm not saying that you allot 8 hours every day to this. You can just make a few adjustments, like starting your day with deep breathing for 5 minutes before you get out of bed, a simple gratitude practice to acknowledge what you appreciate in life, doing some yoga or squeezing in a workout before you go to work, meditating or praying, taking the time to journal and reflect on the day to come, and importantly, not checking emails or messages until after you've finished your morning routine on your terms. The way this would look in your daily life will vary depending on your context, but remember this: your job is just a fraction of who you are and what you do. It should not take over your entire life. Achieving success and recognition may be important to you, but not at the expense of your health and your sanity. You don't want all the fire inside you to lead to burnout. So if you want to reach your highest potential, remember to hustle healthily. And on that note, that brings us to the end of this episode. Huge thank you for tuning in.
In today's fast-paced world, the hustle culture is often glorified, with countless people pushing themselves to the limit in pursuit of success. Ironically, this constant drive for more can lead to burnout, making one question the true cost of this mindset. The implication is clear. By striving to meet the ever-increasing demands, individuals often cross the threshold where personal well-being takes a backseat. Instead of celebrating balance and mental health, society seems to reward overwork, leaving many to wonder if the hustle is truly worth it.
اگر از ویدیو خوشتون اومد حتما سابسکرایب کنین تا بازم کلمات کاربردی یاد بگیریم.